I don't know yet. Let's try to figure it out.
All right. Forgive me, I can offer nothing. We can't hunt because of these wolves, and our supplies are running low.
How did you find Kaer Morhen?
We tracked the girl here, thanks to Rhyme. He's the best scout I know. Could find a fish in a stream.
He did track the girl down.
Geralt?
Any thoughts on this girl, Deedra?
Too thin for my taste. Nothing to grab hold of, eh? Or slap. Or take and...
I guess she's just not the dwarven type.
Precisely. Though, I wouldn't kick her out of the sack. Geralt?
So what's the story with this contract of yours?
Well, when Morhen tells us to fight, we'll have no choice. He pays regularly, on time. My hands are tied.
So the nobleman is in charge?
Theoretically.
And practically?
I'll say this. Sabrina Glevissig interrupts King Hensel when he speaks by pounding the table with her fist and ordering him to shut up and listen.
What does Hensel do?
He listens. The woman can be very unpleasant. Merwin is from Cairngorm, and only recently joined Hensel's court. He's no match for the witch.
Who is?
Witches are best handled by witchers.
Bring us the lass and Miss Sabrina will drown you in gold.
Such is a soldier's lot. Wrapped around her finger,
Black
she's got
on
it.
my arse. We thrashed the Nilf Guardian at Brenna and we'll spank the lass as well.
Wrapped around her finger, she's got him.
I detest guard duty.
Greetings.
How's business?
Business, Witcher. I'll make sure the boys are supplied. I'm not a traveling vendor. True, I'm willing to trade in some things, but I'll generally only sell unneeded or worn equipment. Surplus, you might say.
Worn equipment? You must have traveled a ways.
A long way, and one hardly paved with roses. Once near Banard, I was forced to flee from the enemy through a flowery meadow, but those were mostly poppies.
Who were you fighting?
I wasn't serving under Brings at the time, but under Akuto. Local raids, disputes between lords. I believe it started with some dispute over Northern Mark, and ended as usual.
How's that?
And a ploughing royal mess. Brother versus brother, sister versus aunt, grandpa jumping in, why not? Family disputes, if you know what I mean. Old feuds, old scars. Before that, there was Dol Blathanna, afterwards Kaer, and now I'm here with Brings.
Is Brings a good commander?
Good commander, bad employer. Serving nobles is always troublesome. The only advantage is that our patron remains solvent.
And the sorceress?
I don't meddle in the matters of mages. They're greedy and prone to wrath.
Whatchamacallit? This warring's not for me. I should have stayed home.
Fuck it all.
I swear to Melatelli that I'll scratch your eyes out should you even so much as touch me. I'm alone in this world, surrounded by strangers. The non-humans sympathize with that beast. They'll betray us the first chance they get, I tell you. Thought I'd go off with you to the nearest bush? You wish? You snake! The non-humans sympathize with that beast. They'll betray us the first chance.
What?
What's that stench?
My delicacies! Why?
No reason. Take care.
What?
Den of changelings.
Whatchamacallit?
Welcome to Mistress Sabrina's tent.
In case you're wondering, this is an illusion.
Everything?
Yes, but my dear Witcher, it's an illusion of rare quality. In fact, it barely differs from reality.
No matter.
Suit yourself. I assume you're returning to Kaer Morhen for the winter.
You assume correctly. Enough of the small talk. We have important things to discuss.
Thank you for your help with the wolves.
No problem.
You've heard of the curse of the Black Sun, Witcher?
The curse of the mad mage Eltibald. I believe he started the whole mess that led to several dozen nobly born women being murdered or imprisoned in towers.
Ultibald was no madman, and there is no doubt that women were not entirely normal.
Madness, normality, it's prattle steeped in relativity. Tell me something specific.
Autopsies were performed. The mutations witches undergo are but a minor clinical operation compared to those caused by the curse of the Black Sun. The skulls and spines of these girls contained red sponge of some kind. Their internal organs were in disarray, some missing altogether. Everything covered in moving cilia and pink and blue meat scraps. What say you to that?
Nothing. I've seen humans with eagle talons instead of hands, with wolf fangs and eyes, people with additional joints. All products of mages fumbling with magic. It's no proof of a curse. We digress. Why are you here?
A girl affected by the curse of the Black Sun is inside Kaer Morhen. Princess Deedra Adamain, elder sister of Morhen.
What do I have to do with this?
Don't play the fool. That girl is a serious threat to you. Surrender her to me and no one will get hurt.
I'll think about it.
Sabrina, I wish to have a word with you.
Naturally, Morhen, but not now. I have several matters to discuss with Geralt of Rivia.
Is there anything I should know?
Don't fret. We will confer later.
In that case, I shall take my leave.
Your beauty is unrivaled in this world. I burn with love for you.
Witcher?
You must be bored out here.
Well, in truth, the valley provides little in the way of diversion for the civilized, and my illusory boy is no longer as entertaining as he used to be.
You could get Brig's men to put on a show.
I said diversion for the civilized. I prefer some cultured conversation. If you lack words at the moment, I could request something more pertinent to the witcherly profession. I require some materials for my research.
Materials?
I wish to study the wolves that lurk about the campsite. I need a vital organ, let's say the liver. 20 of them. In exchange, I will give you a sword that I in turn received from one of my lovers. I believe you'll make good use of it.
Fine. I'll get you the samples you want.
That's kind. You're much nicer than that boor Lambert. Go and speak with the witches. Sway them to my point of view. I'm a professional. I know what the girl needs. And I'm very good at demonstrating gratitude.
That I do not doubt at all.
Master Geralt!
What is it?
I merely wish a brief word with you, sir. But reveal not to Miss Sabrina that I drew you aside.
All right. Talk to me.
Master, do not defend the lass you harbour now in your castle. She is not worthy. I detest her with all my might. It will be 2 years now when she passed through my village with her retinue. My father, keeper of the local tavern, took in the noble party. I know not if he offended her, or if it was just her whim, but she tormented my father to death, slowly and cruelly, forcing my mother and me to watch. May she be damned for the ages.
And no one raised a hand to stop her?
It was but the princess who had a retinue of armed men and who wielded a sword herself. There was nothing anyone could do. I beg you, surrender the girl to Sabrina, who will repay her for all her ill deeds.
I need to speak with the other witchers first.
I swear to Melatelli that I'll scratch your eyes out should you even so much as touch me.
Hey, Wolf.
Lambert, who else is here for the winter?
Vizima and Eskel, and, well, we have guests.
I know. I've been to their camp. What are you doing here?
Making sure they stay out of Kaer Morhen.
Our guests tried to enter Kaer Morhen?
Some pompous ass showed up with an escort of dwarf mercenaries. Obviously, I couldn't let them pass.
You know they're carrying a letter of safe conduct from King Henselt?
Not interested. This is Kaer Morhen. Royal edicts mean nothing here.
I hope that's not how you put it to him.
Didn't have a chance to. The Archospores sprouted first. Quite a few seem to have planted roots over the summer. I always thought they grew on the graves of the murdered. Some bad wind must have carried the spores to the valley. It's full of them now. In any case, the dwarves evacuated the noblemen as soon as the plants appeared. It's been quiet since then. Wolf.
See you later.
Thanks, Wolf. Of course, I could have managed on my own.
No problem.
Wolf.
They say there's a girl inside the fortress.
Yeah, Eskel's doing. I think you should talk to him.
How exactly is Eskel involved?
Deedra claims destiny has bound her to Eskel. Instead of figuring things out with her, Eskel's gone to clear the nearby mine of monsters.
Where's Vesemir?
In the lower courtyard with the girl.
See you later.
Witcher,
I have the livers you asked for.
be an angel and place them on the vivisection table. I'll tend to them soon. And here is the sword I mentioned. It's a bit dusty, but sharp as ever.
Thanks.
No, thank you. I didn't expect such kindness from one who would gladly drive me away from Kaer Morhen.
I'm hoping we can resolve this other matter.
So, ulterior motives. Did you believe I would forget my plans in gratitude for your assistance?
It's not like that. I just thought that two reasonable people might be able to figure out their differences.
Geralt, I will not back down nor agree to any compromise. I want the girl. I want to eliminate the threat she represents.
I've heard nothing to convince me that the girl is cursed. What proof can you offer?
Quite a bit. All the girls born soon after the eclipse were discovered to be inclined towards cruelty, aggressive, prone to attacks of wrath and wildness.
Were any attempts made to lift the curse?
Indeed, using higher magic. All girls subjected to it merely perished.
That discredits you mages, not the girls. I guess only the dead were dissected?
Not only. They continued to rampage, and a decision was made to eliminate all. Many were eliminated. All were dissected. One underwent vivisection.
You mages can really be impudent. Inclined towards cruelty, you say? Sabrina, there will come a day when people will come after you.
I don't think so, for mages were protecting humans. The mutants would have drowned entire lands in blood. Yet you were right in some sense. We changed our tactics. Instead of killing them, we decided to isolate and study them. Special towers were erected, designed to quell the mutants' magic abilities.
And to avoid being locked away, princesses fled. Maybe they just couldn't believe your intentions were noble when they learned of the vivisections and assassinations.
True, to some extent. Yet the penchant that princes developed for rescuing princesses in towers was our real bane. The young ones who had little to lose were especially determined. Fortunately, most fell and broke their necks.
Not all, though. Many girls escaped, and now they seek revenge.
In brief, yes.
What do you aim to do with Deedra?
See if the curse can be removed. Study it, and finally and ultimately conclude the matter of the curse of the Black Sun. Contrary to what you believe, I intend to make her an offer. If she can find the will to aid me, it will only ease things for all of us.
And if she doesn't agree to help?
I shall force her. Yes, Geralt, for the greater good, I will bow at nothing. For I stand to save hundreds, perhaps thousands. You may not believe me, but there are more women of this kind. Many rule entire lands with a cruel hand. I am to report to the Council of Mages, the first trustworthy report, containing specific results. I must examine the girl, and that is precisely what I will do. Nothing and no one will stop me.
I understand your determination. It's a difficult matter.
Indeed. And you witches are not making things any easier by giving the girl shelter. Think it through, Geralt.
I will.
Witcher?
Have you spoken to the other witchers? Who is at the castle?
Morhen spoke to 2 of them. There may be more, I don't know. Morhen was not let inside.
That shouldn't be surprising. We don't generally like guests.
Like it or not, we are special guests. Morhen carries a letter of safe conduct from King Henselt. Read it, and tell the other witches to prepare for a visit.
You're an unusual woman, Sabrina.
And a beautiful one.
That too.
I shouldn't... But what the hell, my school days are a distant memory. My, oh my, oh my. It has been so long since I made love.
See you soon.
Exquisite coiffure, if I may say so. Would you enjoy a foot massage, Your beauty is unrivaled in this world. I burn with love.
Greetings, Geralt. Good thing you're here.
Greetings.
How is the path?
Tolerable. Nothing groundbreaking. What is going on here, Vesemir?
We've got a bit of a problem. The Princess of Caengorn arrived 2 days ago, claiming her envious brother and an evil sorceress were pursuing her. She's asked for our protection.
She's got her castles all wrong. No knights in shining armor here.
She was in bad shape, hungry, cold. We didn't have the heart to drive her off. And Eskel was acting strange. Before the girl fell asleep, she said one more thing, that one cannot flee one's fate. Later, Eskel told me a story. Some 20 years ago, he saved the Prince of Caengorn's life. He cited the law of surprise, and as they say, destiny proved fortunate. Unbeknownst to the prince, his wife was with child.
I'm not sure that was entirely fortunate.
So you've heard of the curse. In any case, on a day when the sky was dark as night at high noon, the princess gave birth to a girl. As far as I know, Eskel never returned to claim the child promised him by the prince. For some reason, ever since then, he's always taken the long way around Caengorn. So, now we need to deal with the brother of Eskel's unexpected child, a retinue of mercenaries, and a sorceress bent on dissecting the woman she suspects of being a mutant. As if that's not enough, the brother carries a letter of safe conduct from King Henselt himself. So we can hardly just drive them all away.
What do we do?
Talk to Eskel. She's his surprise. We'll meet back at the ford Lambert is guarding. Think it through, Wolf. I want to hear your opinion.
Fine.
Wolf.
What do you think about this dispute, Deirdre, Sabrina, and the nobleman?
We should stay out of it. Geralt, we protect humans from monsters. That's our vocation. Meddling in human affairs only brings trouble.
Do you mean the letter bearing King Henselt's seal?
Exactly. We can't afford to provoke the king. This could get sticky.
I get your point. I'll see if I can learn some more.
Wolf.
Tell me about the girl.
She seems a bit strange, though I wouldn't call her a monster.
Strange how?
When she's near, my medallion goes wild, and I can't cast even the simplest signs. I can't explain it.
Where's Deedra?
A little further on, with her wolves.
I should talk to her.
Wolf.
Why is everyone outside?
The keep is locked. I'd rather not unlock it with strangers around. We're better off spending a few days out in the open. That way I can be sure no one will go sniffing around the fortress.
True enough.
Wolf.
I need to look around.
Greetings, Geralt. I'm Deedra. Eskel spoke of you.
I've heard a few things about you, too.
If you mean from that lying shrew Glevisig.
Calm down. I don't tend to judge based on rumors.
Geralt.
How did you find Kaer Morhen?
I always know where Eskel is. I merely need to think about him.
What do you want from Eskel?
You can be disarmingly kind.
That was brusque, you're right. Sorry.
I want him to stop fleeing his destiny.
And become Prince of Caingorn? Are you feeling all right, Deirdre? Eskel is a witcher.
What of it? It seems you don't know how childish a witch's mores sound. I constantly hear things like, we're witches have no feelings and so on. You don't fool me. You have feelings, emotions, you're like all people except faster. I cannot fathom why you strive so hard to hide that.
It's rarely wise to fight a legend. Sometimes you have to make do with it.
Perhaps. But I'm not deceived.
Deirdre, do you know what Sabrina and your brother want from you?
Isn't it obvious? Sabrina wants to place my sweet little brother on the throne of Caingorn. My brother who is entirely subservient to her, and who, as the Prince of Caingorn, will have a vote on King Hansel's council.
I was asking about something else.
All right then. She believes me to be cursed, tainted in my mother's very womb. She believes me to be a monster.
Are you?
How the hell should I know? When I prick my finger, I bleed. I also bleed each month. When I eat too much, my stomach aches. I sing when I am joyful. And when I feel hatred, I kill. I don't know if I'm a monster. Yet I do know what Sabrina is capable of. She is a monster you seek.
Explain. I'd like to hear your side.
I was 19 and happy when Sabrina showed up at the castle. My father, who always preferred Merwin, was old and ill by this time, so he could no longer bother me. My brother had been away at King Henselt's court, and I could handle most of the courtiers. I was at a tender age, and I fell in love. His name was Roban. I even considered a morganatic marriage. Girlish fantasy.
What does Sabrina have to do with this?
She arrived with my brother, whom she already had on a short lead. She observed me, interrogated servants, tested the situation. My father's company of knights treated me like a daughter. I had always liked hunting, took part in manhunts for bandits. She needed proof, some spectacular way to defame me.
And in your carelessness, you provided her with that proof.
Sabrina decided to provoke me. She seduced Roban using magic so powerful that his mind became confused. He suddenly developed an intense fear of animals, especially of the dogs he bred. I wanted to help him. It was then I discovered that mages found it hard to cast spells in my presence, and that spells previously cast gradually subsided if I was near. I went to the small chamber Roban inhabited just above the kennel, and I found Sabrina there. I admit, I was enraged, wanting to tear her apart, but she was too quick. The hag flew out of the window on a broom. Roban was left drooling, whimpering like a child. Within an hour he had ceased gibbering, and within 2 he understood what the witch had done to him. I thought all was in order and I could leave him. I wished to settle the score with her and entered the castle. I know not what happened, but the spell grasped Roban once more as soon as I was gone. He began feverishly seeking Sabrina. In his wildness he entered a pen occupied by a very aggressive hunting hound.
Did he survive?
Yes. Though mentally he became a 2-year-old child, a child that feared animals intensely. Sabrina blamed the accident on me. I swore then that I would kill her. I carry a blade should I get the opportunity to use it.
Your wolf's eyes are glazed over with hunger.
They're starved. Because of that bitch Sabrina, I cannot venture beyond the fortress walls. They choose to remain at my side, thus depriving themselves of the opportunity to hunt.
You seem to have a better understanding with wolves than with humans.
I raised them from when they were cubs. In a sense, they are my only friends.
All right, I'll see if I can find something for them.
I spotted several wyverns in the area, on the peninsula across the river from the camp. If you could slay 3 of them and bring me their meat, I'll reward you.
Reward me?
I have a runestone that can be cast into a blade. What did you think I had in mind?
Nothing. I'll be back soon.
Geralt?
Time to feast. Here you go, pups.
They won't accept anything from you. I'll feed them myself. Diablo! Banshee! Here is the rune I promised you, Witcher.
Why are you looking at me that way?
Witcher, do you know many a princess wears batiste next to her skin?
Is that a question that befits a princess?
What the hell can you know of princesses? I was one, and thus know quite well that the pleasure resides in being able to do whatever one wishes. Do I need to tell you what I want? Or can you guess? That was nice.
Why are you looking at me that way?
Witcher, do you know many a princess wears batiste next to her skin?
If you say so. Take care. I can't meditate with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first. Can't meditate with the fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Hey, Geralt.
Eskel, I wanted to talk about Deedra.
Fine, but we should tend to the Kikimors first. We need to destroy their cocoons. The art is best for that. It's dark inside, so down a dose of cat.
Let's go.
First chamber is clear. Let's go deeper.
Care to tell me something about Deedra?
It was about 20 years ago. I rescued Deirdre's father from a gang of Bobalaks. I must have heard too many of Vesemir's stories about the eternal law of surprise.
We've all heard too many of those.
The prince, spattered with Bobalak blood, looked at me and said, "You saved my life, Witcher. As I am your debtor, say what you wish in return." All I could think of was the famous line, "You will give me what you know not that you have." I shall return to Caingorn 6 years from now to see if destiny acted in my favor. I never went back to Caingorn. Then rumors started circulating about the curse of the Black Sun. There was confusion, but that's another story. We have Kikimors to tend to.
All right, but I'll have a few more questions.
One chamber left. Let's take a breather.
What do you know about the curse of the Black Sun?
I did take an interest in it, and even bribed a certain wizard to let me look at documents drafted for the Council of Mages. I took some notes. It seems the mages screwed up as usual. Sabrina Glefisig was chosen to examine the Princess of Caingorn. It was hatred at first sight. Something about a guy.
Women.
It only got worse. Sabrina concluded she had enough proof to consider Deedra a cursed mutant, and to subject her to real studies. As I'm sure you've guessed, Deedra had no intention of being examined, not least because she was a princess. She persuaded several of the prince's warriors to get rid of Sabrina. All hell broke loose at the castle in Cairngorm. Many died, and there was some priestess among the corpses.
What did the priestess have to do with anything?
Nothing. From what I know, she landed in the wrong place at the wrong time. After it was all over, Deedra fled the castle.
And the pursuit continues to this day.
Exactly. I'll give you my notes on the curse when we're done with the Kikimores. Let's get to work. Done deal.
So what'll it be, Eskel? What do we do with Deedra?
I really don't know, Geralt. I understand Vesemir's viewpoint, but I'm not keen on surrendering the girl to the sorceress. I expect she'd meet an unpleasant end.
You have to make this decision on your own.
I know, though at this point the matter concerns you as well. It concerns all the Witchers.
Fine, we'll consider it. Give me the notes and let's get out of here.
We'll speak later.
Wolf.
What's your take on all this?
Let's show that Dandelion is a witch what can happen when you threaten witchers. Call it a lesson in respect.
So you think we should get involved?
They came here, leaving us no choice. It would be cowardly to back down. Have you thought about how Esk will feel if we give up the girl?
I'm trying to get some perspective on everything.
Wolf.
See you later.
Wolf, gather as much information as you can.
Wolf.
I think it's time we decided.
We need to figure out what to do with Deedra and her brother. Askel wants everyone to say their piece. This concerns our safety and Kaer Morhen. A mistake could cost us dearly.
I need to learn some more about this.
Wolf.
I think it's time we decided.
We need to figure out what to do with Deedra and her brother.
Let's do this.
I'll start. I think we should stay out of this, meaning we can no longer shelter the girl. The reason is simple. If we meddle and Sabrina informs Henselt, Kedwen will be off-limits to us for decades.
Lambert?
I don't really care for Deedra, but I detest the fact that some blue blood who rules 3 cold hills comes here demanding obedience. This is Kaer Morhen. Royal authority doesn't extend here. I think we need to drive away the noble and the sorceress.
What about you, Eskel?
I'm torn. I understand Vesemir. On the other hand, I owe the girl. I feel some kind of bond. I'm incapable of being objective. I'd like to hear your opinion, Wolf.
We can't let the sorceress get her hands on the girl. It wouldn't be right.
So what do we do about Sabrina and the nobleman?
Deedra must give up her claims. That should satisfy Merwin. And the sorceress, well, she'll have to live with our decision.
Either that, or I'll turn her lovely little head into something to place on the mantle.
Lambert, save your morbid lines for later. Let's try to resolve this peacefully.
All right. Eskel, Geralt, go see our princess. We'll wait for you here.
We finally decided. Good.
Can't wait to see Sabrina's face when we tell her she has to get out of here.
It's time to settle this.
That was nice.
We've decided to help you.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
We need to settle things with your brother. You have to go to the camp with us and tell him that you relinquish your claims to the throne and estate.
Thus stripping Sabrina of support.
A high price, but I see no other choice.
That's settled then.
I'm glad, Deedra, really. We finally decided. Good.
All right. Let's see what Merwin says.
I can't meditate with a fire out. Seems I have to light it first.
Cover the bitchin' boats.
To what do we owe this procession?
Merwin, there's a way to resolve this peacefully.
To feed the wolves while saving the sheep.
Very well. I shall hear you out.
Forgetting anyone?
No, this is strictly Merwin's business. We will speak with you too, Sabrina. Later.
Merwin, I am prepared to relinquish my claim to the throne and the lands of Cairngorm. I am ready to give up my title as princess.
Unconditionally?
No, but I have only one. You will strike me from your mind. You will cease pursuing me and return home, taking this witch with you.
Deirdre.
Silence, woman. Merwin, you must see through this. This is a trick.
We will draft all the necessary documents here and now, witnesses present. All will be clarified.
Merwin, don't believe them. Remember how Robin ended.
That was your doing, Glevisig. You and your magic.
Merwin, order brings to arrest Deirdra. Only then will your title be safe. Without that, you will live in fear, always.
I shall kill you, witch.
Follow Deirdre inside the tent.
I knew this would end badly.
You had it coming, brother. Instead of a prince, you'll be a dead man. And I have a special set of gifts for you, witch. Only the best.
She has gone entirely mad. Witcher, help me! Sabrina, use your magic. We can defeat her.
Magic does nothing to me, brother dear. Geralt, I did not intend to attack Eskel. He scared me. It was an instinctual reaction.
Abandon your plans of revenge on Sabrina. Forgive your brother. Prove the mages wrong. Prove that you are no beast.
And if I tell you I cannot find it in me to forgive? If I say that I long to put that bitch through real torture? Will you see that as an admission of my guilt?
I'll see you as a morbidly vengeful child, but I'm no judge.
Geralt, don't be a fool. It doesn't take wisdom to see that she has lost her mind. It must be the progressing mutation.
You're only guessing.
Witcher, I should remind you of the letter from King Henselt himself. If anything happens to me, King Henselt will have you all eliminated.
You're like children. Since you want me to decide, I will. Sabrina, you must leave, immediately. Your magic is useless, and your scheming brought us here. But as I said, I am neither judge nor executioner. Just leave.
Geralt, have you gone mad?
No. I don't know that I'm right to do this, but I'm giving you a chance to survive.
But...
No buts. You must go. You played your cards poorly. I don't believe a word of what you say, and something tells me that if you leave, Deedra and Merwin will figure out their differences.
It seems I have no choice.
Go now.
I'll get her someday.
I doubt it. One last piece of advice. If you value your life, you'll settle things with your brother, return to Caingorn, and not so much as stick your nose out of your castle for several months, perhaps years.
Easily said. Merwin, can you forgive me? I will relinquish my title. I never craved power, but I need your support. I cannot do this alone.
As the Witcher demonstrated, we have much to learn. I was a fool to listen to Sabrina's counsel. I forgive you, Deedra, and ask you to forgive me.
I'll be going. Eskel's unexpected child, Princess Deirdre Adamain, born in Destiny's shadow. She could have changed her own fate, abandoned vengeance in favor of forgiveness, demonstrated kindness and humanity. The mercenaries were massacred in the fight at the camp. Was it worth it? Was the death of Merton Brings and his mercenaries truly the lesser evil? No one can know that. In any case, Merwin and Deirdre ruled jointly, leading Caingorn during the best time in its history. Several years later, a large crow arrived at Kaer Morhen, carrying a letter bearing the seal of the Princess of Caingorn. Eskel threw it into the fire without reading it, and we never spoke of Deirdre Adamain again.
The Witchers never again spoke of Deirdre. Though none ever forgot her, each carrying her memory in his heart.
What happened later? Another story, Master Dandelion.
Please, tell us more of the Witcher!
Of his return to the Witcher's fortress at the world's end where his brethren awaited. Sing on, dear minstrel.
Why don't one of you fetch a tankard full of mead for our bard, something to soothe his throat? For 'tis Dandelion whose ballads all go straight for the heart. Stop chattering like sparrows, still yourselves and listen.
This evening I'll recount a tale none before have ever heard. Yours truly had his part. One might say I played a key role. Our tale takes us to Vizima, 1 year after the Witcher's famed taming of the Striga. A certain alderman, an enemy of poetry and a stranger to all concepts of love, I might add, had me cast in jail and insisted I be hanged. You see, his wife, a captivating, considerably younger creature, had succumbed to my charm. In my hour of need, as I rotted in my cell, who should appear, if not the Witcher Geralt himself?
My dear Captain, I'll say it again. This bloated minstrel should pay with his head for harming my little blossom.
Gentlemen, I haven't the faintest notion what this is about. I am Master Dandelion, the most esteemed poet in this land, and I insist I am completely innocent.
Shut up, Dandelion. And you, cease your insistence, Counselor. I've been clear. The suspect will remain in custody pending the conclusion of our investigation.
I'm astounded at your obstinacy, Captain. My poor Siegfrieda wails day and night asking when this knave will finally be punished. As an alderman, I must demand...
This is the city jail, not a town council meeting. Now, you'll have to excuse me. Duty demands that I take my leave. Oh, what do you want?
I need to speak to the prisoner.
Dandelion, be my guest. But keep your hands where I can see him, and the conversation short.
Geralt, am I ever glad to see you. How did you find me?
News travels fast. What did you do this time? I mean, people don't get arrested for busking.
The accusations are pure slander.
I don't doubt that. Of all the men who have ever been in here, not one has been guilty.
Just once you could give me the benefit of the doubt? I admit I spent a few positively enchanting hours with that airy spirit.
And the alderman walked in to see.
Well, I still had my cap on. But I ask you, where's the crime? And to demand my head? Come now, must we take ourselves so seriously?
You've outdone yourself this time, Dandelion. That alderman would personally strangle you if he could.
Dandelion, the butcher's boy came to say you ordered sirloin steak and chicken livers.
My dear Captain, please don't tell me you thought prison gruel would satisfy me.
Don't overdo it, Dandelion. This was not our deal. That 2,000 orens guarantees you won't hang too quickly. I don't remember talking about luxury accommodations.
These guards have not an ounce of imagination.
2,000 orens? Are you out of your mind, Dandelion?
No need to get riled. I've got it all figured out. The good captain will make sure the alderman doesn't get his way. I'll spend a few days in here, finally get some sleep, let the alderman cool down, and it'll all blow over.
Sounds beautiful. But care to tell me how you got your hands on 2,000 orens?
That, my dear Witcher, is strictly for me to know. Why can't you just trust me, Geralt? All right. If you must know, I borrowed the money from a very trustworthy individual and aim to pay it back as soon as I'm released.
I hope you didn't do anything stupid, though I suspect you might have.
Enough of this chatter. Visiting hours are over. What do you want?
What are Dandelion's chances?
Don't you worry. The alderman wanted him to hang, but Dandelion knew who to come to. So he'll be released in a few days. For lack of evidence.
What's that? Captain, something stinks in here. That grate in the floor. Oh, that's bad.
What, you used to breathing perfumed air? The idiots who built this place put the sewer grate in the guard room. Not to worry. Though it doesn't smell as bad in the cells, we make sure the prisoners know just how much we hate being in here with them.
See you.
Yes?
I long for the day when I find you not in trouble and in a position to help me for a change.
Not my fault this time. I had a really tight plan. See, the alderman is dripping with gold, and he's given his wife full title to all of his, assets.
Dandelion, I really don't feel like listening to how you were going to fleece some married woman.
This from someone who does so well with the fairer sex. Not to pry, but how's Yennefer?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I think I hit a soft spot, ruffled this turkey's feathers. All right, I'm sorry.
Take care of yourself, Dandelion.
Are you Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher?
What do you want?
Mr. Glover wants to see you soon as possible. I'd advise you to comply if you want to help your friend Dandelion avoid some serious trouble.
Mr. Blubber?
Been away from Vizima for a while, I see. Mr. Glover rules the town. When he tells you to jump, make sure to ask how high. Understand?
What have you done now, Dandelion? All right, let's go see this Glover.
Pick up the pace.
How rude!
My husband doesn't permit me to talk to strangers.
With the promotion due to me, I never need wander the streets again.
Mr. Glover awaits downstairs. Just watch out for the wyverns. They're in a bad mood today.
What wyverns? No matter, I'll see for myself.
Hey, friend, talk to you a minute?
What is it?
Keep clear the city gates, and if you want your friend Dandelion to live, go see Mr. Glover.
I told you once already. You'll be allowed to go wherever your heart leads once Glover says you're even, and only then.
Yeah, you did say that.
Best not run awry, you've Mr. Glover.
I told you once already. You'll be allowed to go wherever your heart leads once Glover says you're even. And only then.
Yeah, you did say that.
Well, well, so the Witcher deigns to come and see me after all.
Your man stopped me in the street.
I wonder, what are the chances of surviving a fight against 2 ravenous wyverns?
Depends who's fighting.
Someone not entirely familiar with a sword. An artist. Let's say a minstrel.
So how much does Dandelion owe you?
An even 2,000. And I know he aims to flee the city the moment they release him from jail. He foolishly believes he can outsmart Mr. Glover. My men have asked around. We know he's broke as a newborn beggar. To make matters worse, none in this city are willing to lend to him. I've no gripe with you, Witcher, but frankly, you may be his only chance. So, what'll it be?
If Dandelion doesn't pay his debt, I will.
More reasonable than I thought. Get the coin, quick, plain and simple. I hate to pressure you, but the city jail can be a depressing place. Heard a prisoner recently hung himself by his own bootlaces.
It needn't get that depressing for Dandelion. You have a deal. I'll pay his debt. Call it a side effect of having friends.
If you want to talk, come upstairs. I'm done feeding the wyverns. Yes?
I've met others who tried to tame wyverns. They all had missing limbs.
Animals sense strength, Witcher. My girls know who their master is.
I don't doubt it.
Insolvent debtors and cheats are their favourites. They become playful as cats, tormenting screaming little victims, pecking out their eyes, tearing away appendages. Oh, a few hours and nothing but a few bone shards left.
About that debt.
Got the money already?
2,000 orens in a few days. Not much time.
Don't test my patience. If you're lacking ideas, go see Everton of Rind. I hear he's interested in monsters.
See you.
I told you once already, you'll be allowed to go wherever your heart leads once Glover says you're even, and only then.
Yeah, you did say that.
What are you staring at?
You look like a bird just shit in your soup. Conversation not go as planned.
Not the nicest man I've met, no.
Gun Hargus, leader of the Band of Brethren. Me and my friends, well, Glover's no friend of ours. In truth, we're irked the twerp thinks he rules these streets.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. Got an offer for me?
Indeed. We heard of your troubles. Well, yours and that likeable scoundrel Dandelion's, and we'd like to help.
News travels fast around here. To what do I owe this unexpected kindness?
Let's say we wouldn't mind seeing Glover humbled. We, as the Band of Brethren, hold something of value, a treasure we're willing to entrust to you, should you prove worthy of our trust.
Well, it sounds a bit complicated, but I'm in no position to turn you down. How do I prove myself worthy?
You need to visit us each in turn. You'll find Grifferin and Gruzel at the tavern, while Navik should be loitering by the cemetery gate. Once you've finished with them, come see me at my smithy. I too will want to test the metal from which you were forged.
This treasure sounds mysterious.
The Band of Brethren once were 5. The 4 you know of, and Kuna. Toward the end of the war, we were down and broke, and to be blunt, we started ambushing all manner of merchants, mercilessly stripping them of their lot. During one such attack, we robbed a peddler of a strange stone. Kuna, who knew a thing or two, claimed it was magic. He chanted a bit and produced a glowing portal. He believed that we'd find an elven treasure on the other side. The Long-Ears supposedly concealed their valuables in nooks accessed only through portals. Driven by belief, bravery, and probably a bit of greed, Kuna stepped through and never came back.
And you want me to have this stone? Sounds more dangerous than enticing.
You're a witcher, while Kuna was but a scribe who joined the army for adventure. If something does indeed lurk on the other side, I don't doubt you'll manage. And if you find nothing but Kuna and his treasure, we'll take the treasure and bring us our boy. He's got some explaining to do.
All right. I'll see you soon then.
Hey! Somebody called for you down that dark alley. Stop thumping your feet.
Problem?
Damn, you talk loud. Oh, my head.
You don't look too good.
Dwarven spirit. You won't get me to touch it.
Hangover?
I drank almost an entire demijohn on a bet. The damned innkeeper dared me. Oh, so I paid the 30 orens and passed out with just one shot left.
Clever guy, that innkeeper.
Yeah, charged me for cleaning too, as I couldn't hold it down. Oh, feels like a goat kicked me in the head. Oh, I'd give the world for a tankard of buttermilk. Hey, bring me some and I'll show you something.
Whoa, not here, please.
Stop yelling! I know of a treasure.
All right. I'll get you some buttermilk, but you best not be lying about the treasure.
Dwarven spirit. You won't get me to touch it.
Who are you?
I am a mage. Strike that. I was a mage, and now I'm no more than a drunkard. And I could have been rich, powerful, a renegade.
Yeah, I can see that.
I proved too sensitive. Good. Ever heard of a good, sensitive renegade mage? No.
Guess not.
They're always scoundrels, evil embodied.
Still need that buttermilk?
Oh, quiet, me head's pounding.
Right.
Dwarven spirit. You won't get me to touch it.
See ya.
Stay away! They say someone seeks to kidnap young maidens.
Why stare? Never seen a Rivian rough.
You think, just because I'm Rivian, hands to yourself.
Why stare? Never seen a Rivian rough.
I feel strange. See any souls? Perhaps I have the plague.
Hey! Somebody called for you down that dark alley. Rich boy. You might share it.
I'll give you the world.
Bye.
Looking for adventure?
Looking for adventure?
Looking for adventure? Someone stole my trousers. Wait till I catch them.
Watch for bandits.
With our stink they harm us not, but those with full purses...
My legs just start dancing. King Foltest raised customs duties again.
What are you looking?
This bodes ill. Shut your trap.
The guards are preparing a roundup.
Evening. How'd you like to try your luck at a drinking contest?
Take care.
Hello, fancy a meal? Or have you another reason for coming?
What other reason?
There's a comfortable bed out back. What'll it be?
Let's go out back.
I was jesting. My man would tear off my head if I went with you.
Maybe we should risk it.
No. He beat me so badly recently I spit out a tooth.
Damn, you got an ugly face.
You look in the mirror lately?
Are you being smart with me? Come here and I'll beat that flapping mouth of yours to a pulp.
Your friend Gunn sent me.
Should have said so from the start. Bare fist boxing's our game. Takes 75 orens to enter.
I'll be back as soon as I've got 75 orens.
Stand still!
I barely escaped some creatures last night.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
Sergeant Orrell at your service.
Let's talk. What's your line of work?
I'm a mercenary. We make sure those shit-eaters don't come crawling out of the sewers. They've multiplied recently.
Right.
And let me tell you, friend, it all began with that shipment of rotten cabbage. The whole city started shitting its guts out. That and all manner of syphilitic scum began multiplying in the sewers. But we shut all the entrances and the streets are safe. Yeah.
Nice solution, cheap and easy. As it happens, I'm a Witcher and I wouldn't mind taking a closer look at that scum.
Oh, you would you? Oh, it's no concern of mine. Matter of fact, I'm not much bothered, except if something guts you, it'll be my head. Well, how do I know you to be a Witcher? How do I know you'll emerge unscathed?
I can prove it.
Very well. I hear witches are damned incredible heavyweights. If you can drink me under the table, I'll believe you to be a witcher and give you the keys to the sewers.
It's a deal. Plan to stay in Vizima for a while?
Get it? There's a war brewing with Nilfgaard, mark my words. And they'll be crying out for mercenaries again, and I'll lead them south to the border.
You think the Black Ones will rise after the beating we gave them at Sodden?
They've been burned once, which only means they'll be tempered when the second time comes around. Nilfgaard will not go quietly. Oh, I'm exhausted. That took a ploughing witcher to outdo me.
I think I've proven myself. Give me the key.
Know what? I haven't met anyone who'd suit me in conversation as much as you have any time in the recent past. It almost feels like we're brothers. Because you see, I come from the family of the famous traveller by the Backhuisen.
Sergeant, the key.
Geralt, call me Oral. We drank together, which makes you my mate. So this ancestor of mine, the traveller, what adventurer really, he kept a journal. It's nothing short of an antique now. It's been in the family for generations.
I've heard of Backhuisen. Didn't he discover the Swallow's Tower?
Well, that's him. Geralt, I suddenly feel a terrible longing. Take the journal, my one and only friend. And the key to the sewers. Come here, give us a kiss.
Maybe some other time.
Made up your mind?
The guards are preparing a roundup.
Ever so clever.
What you want?
I'm looking for work.
Well, look somewhere else.
Bad day?
Fuck off.
Who are you?
I work for Mr. Glover. Familiar with that name? Though soon enough everyone in this town will know Jeremiah Trick, too.
If you want to be someone, I'd pick an alias. Something people would remember. Jeremiah Trick sounds like something you sweep under the rug.
Fuck off.
See you.
Welcome to the Hairy Bear. How can I help?
I'm looking for a place to stay. Wouldn't mind some food and a fire to warm my feet by.
You've come to the right place. If you're hungry or thirsty, call a waitress. Rooms are a modest 5 orens.
I'll take a look around if you don't mind.
Yes?
Gunn sent me.
So he decided to track you down after all. Mighty happy about that, Witcher, believe you me. Glover is one son of a bitch who deserves to have his ears boxed, and that's always easier in a group.
Yeah, Gunn also mentioned some treasure.
Right indeed. It just might be enough to pay off your friend's debt. But that's enough prattling. There's customs need to be observed.
Customs?
To gain the trust of the band of brethren, you have to defeat each of us in a duel. Bottles and tankards are my weapons of choice.
So, last man standing?
Yeah, and that's usually Griffering. Welcome to the Hairy Bear. How can I help?
I'm looking for a place to stay.
You've come to the right place.
I'll take a look around if you don't mind.
Yes?
So what exactly is this band of brethren?
We served in one unit during the war. Me, Gunn, my brother Grusil, Narvik and Kuna, may he rest in peace. Whenever I looked around, we were all there alongside each other.
What made you turn civilian?
There's only so much horror a man can see and stay sane. We'd had enough of the warring and pillaging, decided to find some way to earn an honest living, settle down somewhere, you know.
Why'd you choose Vizima?
We drew straws. The other options were Oxenfurt, Maribor and Sintra.
What was I supposed to do? Made up your mind?
I was beautiful in my youth.
Waste of words.
Watch for bandits. With our stink, they harm us not.
Not enough paper. A few hours and I'll be home with me wifey.
Gwynblade.
You know me?
I've heard others tell of you and you're easily recognizable. Forgive me, but I haven't the strength for prolonged conversation. A ghoul bite. I don't feel too well.
This'll just take a minute.
Yes?
How is life in Vizima?
Non-humans hardly have an easy time of it. My friend Gunn has a smithy, but the city guards incessantly threaten that they'll move him to worse quarters, as they need his workshop for an armorer, a human.
It almost sounds like they're creating a ghetto. Somehow I doubt non-humans will let themselves be relocated to a worse part of town.
I fear you are wrong, Witcher. Though actions of that nature are likely to escalate tensions between the races. I know a certain elf, his name is Yavin. Given the resources, he would jump at the chance of leading the non-humans in an uprising.
Well, I hope that doesn't happen.
And if it were to happen, who would you side with? Intolerant humans or intolerated non-humans?
Witchers were created to protect humans. That's what I would have to do.
Think through this. There may come a time when you'll be forced to make a choice.
Take care.
My teeth hurt.
Greetings to the honourable gentleman. Peruse at your leisure. You'll not see a finer collection at the royal court.
Pretty impressive.
Should anything catch your eye, feel free to ask. I am your host, Everden of Rind.
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher.
What do you want?
I was looking at your display.
It's a passion. You cannot fathom what people keep in their attics, the priceless historical artifacts they store there. I seek them out, collect them, study them to reveal the times from which they herald.
And anyone's free to see them?
Yes. I decided to give the public access to my collection. Haven't had immense numbers visit yet, but in time people will come to appreciate the wisdom that issues from history.
I see quite a few monster parts. Impressive.
I continue to expand my collection. Should you find anything that might complete it, bring it to me. I shall reward you generously.
Sure. Where did you get the coin for all this stuff?
I am of the nobility, and my ancestors left me a small fortune. Instead of dashing it away on women and wine, as quite a few of my relatives have done, I decided to do something pro bono publico.
I see quite an array of alchemy substances.
Well, the craft interests me, as do history and the secret sciences. If you happen upon any monster parts, I will gladly purchase them from you.
I'll remember that.
The cemetery and the sewers are potentially good sources of alchemical ingredients. Apparently, post-conjunction relics find both places attractive.
Truly, I never would have guessed.
Forgive me. I forget you are the expert here. Lorthiel has the key to the cemetery.
Who's Lorthiel?
An elven huntress. She agreed to hunt ghouls and bring me what alchemical ingredients she could skin. It's some time since I've seen her, though she lives nearby, having rented the smith's storeroom.
Guess I'll look in on her.
Should you find any monster organelles, bring them to me. I'll pay you well.
About the cemetery key.
It's in Lorthiel's possession. You'll have to speak with her.
Interested in the services of a witcher?
I do purchase alchemy ingredients. 1 oren for drowner and ghoul parts, 3 for organs from owl ghouls and drowned dead, and 6 for anything you skin off a fledder or wraith. I'll double those prices if the parts are cleanly skinned, undamaged.
You want any ready-made potions?
My, sounds like quite an opportunity. Of course, bring me whatever you have. They'll be a fine addition to my collection.
What do people think of what you do?
I shall tell you confidentially that in trying to penetrate the many mysteries and unusual aspects of our world, I have made many enemies, even received death threats.
Could be you're getting too close to things someone powerful wants to keep secret.
I believe I have irked a certain clandestine organization, and can only hope that my social position and noble status will protect me from them.
Got my hands on the journal of a certain traveler.
Let me see. Why, this is the diary of Beivid Backhuizen, the famous peregrinations among magic paths and places, a true rarity.
I heard he was the only human to ever see the famous Swallow's Tower.
There is much to suggest that the Swallow's Tower is a transfer point between worlds. Surely you must know, Witcher, that our world is not the only one. During the conjunction of spheres, our ancestors passed from their former universe into this world,
where they encountered elves, dwarves, and other sentient beings, who they promptly began exterminating like the monsters they found here. They took pleasure in persecuting non-humans, but funnily enough created not entirely human witchers to defend themselves from monsters.
Be that as it may, the journal is very valuable. What would you say to 50 orens and a book about fledders?
That should be useful. Thanks.
What do you want?
Where did I put that Archangelica? Ah, greetings.
Greetings.
I'm Nurka, priestess of the Great Melitella.
Geralt, Witcher.
What brings you here, Witcher?
I'd hoped to find Lorthiel. I need to talk to her.
This isn't the best time. Lorthiel has a terrible wound on her thigh. I've just come to dress it. Apparently, these things come with her profession.
This is kind of urgent.
Nurka, I'm hardly bedridden, and I'd gladly know why a Witcher has come to see me.
This'll only take a moment.
Fine, then. I'll allow the visit. On another note, Witcher, I'd gladly buy any herbs you've gathered. My stock is running dangerously low, and I'm not losing any patience.
Yes?
I'm here about the cemetery.
That's where the ghoul got me. Vile place. It's full of necrophages and other post-conjunction beings.
I guess you know a thing or two about monsters. Everton mentioned you supply him with alchemy ingredients, or that you did until recently.
Tell him to be patient. Just a few more days and I'll be out hunting again.
Oh no, my dear. You'll go nowhere. You've a slashed muscle, torn sinews, and he was inches away from rupturing your femoral artery.
The priestess is right. Combating ghouls requires one to be completely fit, and I'm not sure you can rely on that leg of yours just now. What do you say I stand in for you just for a few days?
Reasonable, I think. The wound needs several more days to heal completely. Lorthiel, you must accept that you are not a female witcher and need just as long as other elves to heal.
A diable ep arse. I see you leave me no choice. Very well, Gwynblade. Take my key and enjoy yourself in the cemetery.
Society made me what I am.
Yes, what is it?
I've been wondering, why do you call yourselves the Band of Brethren?
I can't remember who thought up the name. Might have been Navik. During the Northern Wars, friendly souls were one's only chance of surviving and emerging from that mess with your mind intact.
Were you at Sodden?
They call it a great victory, the place where we broke the Black One's back. But take it from me, gun hardest. Before 10 years are up, the Black Ones will once again cross the Yaruga and serve us up an even bigger melee.
I hope you're wrong.
Hope is something for fools. If you're smart, you'll prepare.
Right.
Yes, what is it?
About these duels.
Have you defeated all the members of the Band of Brethren? Are they willing to trust you?
Still working on that.
Yes, what is it?
Corruption abounds. Where have law and justice gone?
Ew, you're weird. I don't know where this racism originates. My friend Halder is a dwarf, and she's nothing like what's said of non-humans.
Watching the door, Fleaball? Easy there, Smokey. If you're out here, must be something worth stealing inside. You look like you could use a juicy bone. Let me see what I can find you. Still hungry, huh? I'm afraid I'm fresh out of dog treats. Still not happy? Finicky little beast, aren't you? All right, if fresh meat won't do, I'll have to get you something special.
My husband doesn't permit me to talk to strangers.
No, a magician who restores youth. Or at least conjures up hemorrhoid ointment.
Oh, I work too much.
Elves and dwarves under one roof, it's terrible. The runts spread filth like pigs.
Beware if you intend to stay. Fanatics hunt non-humans at night.
The play. How do we assimilate with them if they don't assimilate?
They come at night, raping elves, killing dwarves. The time for revenge has come. Sacred dwarven tradition. An eye for an eye.
This damsel told me to get out of her garden, went back at night and took a nice long piss in it.
I'm getting out of here. Liquors are my best friend.
You cannot imagine what you've done. The Diviner's curse spares no one.
Terrible times. How do we assimilate with them if they don't
Don't care to speak with you if you don't mind. Don't care to speak with you if you don't mind.
Trinkets, baubles, anything you need.
What are you selling?
Jewelry, ladies' apparel, precious stones.
What use are your goods?
If you need no jewelry yourself, what of others? They're excellent gifts and worth 3 times the gold.
I don't know where this racism originates. My friend Halder is a dwarf, and she's nothing like what's said of non-humans.
That you, Morka? Come closer, I cannot see you.
butcher of Blaviken's in town. If you see him, run.
Not enough papers.
I told you once already. You'll be allowed to go wherever your heart leads once Glover says you're even, and only then.
Yeah, you did say that.
Time to pray!
Have you come to pray to the Great Mother?
I'm not very religious.
Melitele loves all her children, even those who go astray.
That's nice of her.
How can I help you?
Tell me more about your goddess.
Melitele is mother of all living things, the goddess of love, fertility, and healing.
Why does the statue represent 3 figures?
The goddess has 3 faces, symbolizing her changeability, her different aspects.
What are those?
A young, carefree girl, a mature woman with child, and a hunched old crone in the autumn of her life.
Ah, I get it.
How can I help you?
Take care.
My lungs. Some kind of curse.
How can I help you?
Got any work for a witcher?
I have employment for anyone who knows a bit about herbs.
What are you interested in?
In Vizima, you should have no trouble finding white myrtle, verbena, and wolf's aloe. I'll pay 3 orens for a dose of any of those.
Where would I go to find some more valuable greenery?
Venture into the sewers, and you should find green mold, suent mushrooms, and fool's parsley. While the cemetery is a good place to look for bryonia, celandine, and hellebore, these are worth 6 orens a dose.
Where would I go to find some more valuable greenery?
Venture into the sewers, and you should find green mold, suent mushrooms, and fool's parsley.
Where did you learn about herbs?
I'm a priestess of Melitele, who studied under Mother Superior Neneka at the temple in Ilanda. I know no one who would be a better herbalist than the Mother Superior.
I've been to the temple in Ilander many times, and I know Neneka. I owe her. Neneka treated me after a certain striga plowed a ditch in my neck.
If you visit her any time soon, be sure to give her the regards of Nurka.
I noticed a vast burned-out ditch behind the temple.
A small hut stood on the site a few weeks ago. The workshop of a young and highly energetic alchemist. He had nowhere to go, so I allowed him to set up in the hut.
Don't see any hut now.
One day I heard a loud explosion. Or perhaps implosion, I can never tell the difference. I suppose one of his experiments went wrong. Now I pray Melitele will take pity on his soul.
Corruption abounds. Where have law and justice gone? What can I get?
I haven't restrained. Oh, it hurts.
I could use an escort some of the places I go.
Hello, stranger. Anyone ever say you have an intriguing smile?
Funny, I thought I never smiled.
Care to sit down to a game of dice poker with me?
I must warn you I play for keeps, even against beauties like you.
What'll it be, handsome?
You look worried. Something bothering you?
My dear friend claims anyone would be happy to be in my position, but I'm unable to rejoice as long as this bad feeling persists.
Some say you should trust your feelings.
I suppose they're right. I've never been disappointed when I've followed my intuition.
Care to tell me what happened? I'm a witcher. Maybe I can help.
Truly? I can't believe my luck. You see, several days ago, I won an old house. At first I was overjoyed. That is, until I had a strange dream. They say the house is haunted, and I feel it will bring me ill luck. I know it all sounds ridiculous, but on another occasion I won a man's wife.
Some guy bet his wife? Bold.
The mayor, actually. But I handled it well and promptly lost her to another man. But what of my house?
Well, if it is infested, I can probably clear out any visitors. You could then sell it off with a witcher's guarantee.
Splendid! But you must do one thing before I give you the key. You see, a soothsayer recently told me I would be stripped of troubles by one who brought me a turquoise ring.
All right, if you say so. I'll bring you a ring if I find one.
Are you being smart with me? Come here, I'll beat that flapping mouth of yours to a pulp. The wage is 75 orens.
Actually, I'd be happy to show you how it's done.
Swiving Witcher. You've got some quick hands there.
Work on that right hook.
Take your coin and shove off. I hate this day.
Down and out. Make sure to tell Gunn I won, your trust.
Yeah, alright. You're a decent boxer, Witcher. You know, after a good fight, buttermilk helps alleviate the head pain. I landed a few there. Better have some.
Who wants to get slapped? No challengers?
What do you want? Here for a beating?
I didn't come here with that intention, but you could always try.
Let me slap that stupid smile off your face. Put up 25 orens and let's get it over with.
I think I'll take you up on that.
That's 2 less teeth.
Don't worry, you look nice.
Here's your coin, now leave me alone.
Hocus pocus focus on this. Your mother stands when she wants to piss.
Ah, a challenge. How much?
50 orens to enter.
Get ready.
You're no stranger to fighting.
My mother taught me. What would you say about her now?
Nice lady. Here's your prize.
Leave me be, Wanderer. I've had enough.
All right. I guess your mother was an honourable woman.
made up your mind?
Saw you fighting. Not too shabby.
I try my best.
This fighting goes on at the city jail nights. You should drop in.
Illegal fights? Sounds interesting.
Yes?
Gods, grant me patience.
Oh, not good. I'm seeing trouble. Witcher, you're a good man. A good man.
I win. Now if I can just make it to that bench. You're quite a heavyweight.
All that drinking's made me hungry. Ooh, a cold roast would hit the spot. You care for some?
Oh yeah.
That is so
Gods,
strong.
grant me patience.
I know it.
Dwarven spirit. You won't get me to touch it.
I've got some buttermilk. Drink up.
Ah, my saviour. That was delicious. So, it's time I was on my way.
The treasure? Spit it out.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, you see, years ago, I was a very promising student of magic. Tremendous potential. Truly tremendous. Yet fate played tricks, and a certain propensity of mine prevented me from completing my internship and duly mastering the art. Yet I sent certain forces. Nearby lies a warehouse with mages once stored their artifacts. Though it stands almost empty, it emanates.
What would I want with an empty warehouse?
Well, nothing, of course, but the stone inside might interest you. It responds to spells, elemental ones to be sure. I wager if you cast a trick or two, it'll take you to treasures beyond.
Sounds pretty far-fetched. Anyway, where's this warehouse?
That's just around the corner. Here, take the key.
See ya.
Dwarven spirit. You won't get me to touch it.
See ya.
to the hairy bear. How can I help?
I'm looking for a place to stay.
You've come to the right place.
I'll take a look around if you don't mind.
Yes?
Stand still. You find relax.
Damn it.
What'll it be, handsome?
Still interested in that turquoise ring?
Have you found one?
Not just yet.
Just as I thought. I tried to divine my fortune from runes yesterday and all seemed to indicate I would have to wait. You're quite a player, Witcher. Though I must admit I find you distracting as well. It's finally happened. I've been stripped clean of coin.
Care to wager something else?
Sorry, but I'm not in the habit of mixing business with pleasure. I do have an offer, though. I shall reveal to you a certain mystery, provided you likewise fleece 2 other players I know. Good players.
I can do that.
Why did I know you'd agree? Very well, you must beat Oral and Gun. Once you have, return to me and I shall tell you something.
Met a sewer rat who claimed you completely fleeced poor Milker. Glad to hear someone put the lass in her place.
I met a sewer rat who claimed you're not a bad player yourself.